I'd like now to recognize my colleague from West Wisconsin, Mr. Grothman.
Thank you. I don't know whether you've covered this already, but I'll let each one of you just kind of rattle off. What percentage of kids going to a four-year college should we have as opposed to the number who are going there now? And we'll start with Mr. Drager and just work our way across.
I don't mean to skirt the issue, but as many as want to.
I think, I don't know if that's, I think the market could determine that, sir, frankly. I think if
Well, right now, we're clearly subsidizing the idea that more people should go to college. And we hire at no small expense guidance counselors to advise people what they should do. Of all the people going to a four-year college right now, or say matriculating when they're hoping to get a degree, what percent should be applying to a four-year institution, and what percent should be looking to do something else?
I have no idea. The market is so distorted. I have no idea, sir. Yeah.
I'm just going to copy what my colleague Justin Drager said. I think as many as want to, as many people who think that college is going to give them the opportunity and the economic mobility that they need to go to when they go through.
Well, what if they're being lied to? That's why I'm
Well,
asking you the question.
absolutely. I mean, I think that's part of the whole point of this conversation is that we need to have transparency not just around costs, but about whether or not it's going to
Nobody
pay
will
off.
say. Why don't we ask the guy in the end here?
So the Department of Labor does actually do studies looking at the educational requirements for jobs.
Okay.
And so if you look at that, I want to say it's about 18% of jobs would require a bachelor's degree, and between 5 and 10% would require a graduate degree. You compare that with how many students actually have one. I think it's about 24% have a bachelor's degree and about 14% have a graduate degree. So putting it all together, we've got about 10% more people going to college than the Department of Labor estimates actually need those
Oh my
credentials.
goodness, that's kind of a sad state of affairs.
And that's 10 percentage points, not 10% more. Sorry, misspoke.
Yeah. Do you guys have off the top of your head, can anyone tell me in certain occupations how many people have a degree? Like we fly out here every week, you look at the flight attendants, say what percentage of flight attendants have a college degree? Or the other night I was shopping late at the grocery store and the gal behind the counter checking me out had a master's degree. She was freely saying she didn't really get a lot of value out of her master's degree, but she was happy with her job. Do you guys have any anecdotes of jobs that normally you don't think you need a bachelor's degree for, and the percentage of people doing them that have a bachelor's degree?
So, Mr. Grothman, I've been in a couple hearings with you, and I agree that one of the studies that we've done at Strada Education Foundation is the number of people who have pursued a certain degree or credential that wasn't required for the meaningful work that they ultimately pursued. This does happen.
It does happen. It happens all the time. It's the norm, but go ahead.
However, sir, I think where I was going is the answer to this question probably isn't from the supply side or the government trying to figure out exactly where the market is headed from year to year, but more, how do we provide meaningful outcome data that is helpful to students early on? And from our research, what we're seeing is, besides price clarity, what they want is very clear return on investment information about where does this degree or credential lead, what are the earnings, and what can I expect to receive on the other side to help them make meaningful decisions.
Okay. I'm trying to think what the number. I toured Walmart warehouse the other day, and their truck drivers, I can't remember whether they're making 110 or 140 grand a year. I'll have to call the lobbyist and find out. And they do that when they're 21 years old. What percentage of college graduates are making 110 grand a year, four-year graduates? Does anybody know?
Very small.
Very small. In other words, if we just were concerned about finances, the vast majority would be better off And it's a tough job. I'm not saying most people could do it, but we'd be better off driving truck at Walmart. Probably in most cases, something more useful to society as well. I'll give you one more quick question on my way out here. Well, okay, we'll leave that be.
Time has expired. Thank you so much.